bit on this. I heard a comment, I think, about sort of bailing out the unions with the pension reform that we did in the American Rescue Plan. I just want to get to that. And Mrs. Kyle, I'm going to direct my question to you here. So the first weekend that I was a United States Senator, I went to Duluth, Minnesota, and I had a chance to visit with some Teamsters who were very worried about what was going to happen to their pensions. They were part of the Central States pension plan. They paid in, they'd done everything right, they'd saved, they'd negotiated through their union contracts a pension, and now come to find that that pension might not be there for them. Now, gratefully, thankfully, and with a lot of bipartisan work, I and many others focused on this, and we were able to get the Butch-Lewis Act passed. So, Ms. Kyle, could you start just by saying, I mean, I've heard from Minnesotans, but I'd like to hear from your perspective what this has meant to protecting the pensions for the workers.
Absolutely. You know, once fully implemented, the American Rescue Plan Act will be life-changing for generations of workers. I don't think I can overstate the impact it will have on people's lives. You know, in the last 6 years, I've personally heard from thousands of workers and retirees who were facing 50, 60, 70% cuts in their income and retirement due to impending solvency of their pension plans. And these were essential workers, bakers, truckers, those who worked their entire career doing difficult jobs. And now we're in a place where they could no longer work. And we're looking to make good on their deferred wages that were in the form of promised benefits. And they were worried that was all going to slip away. So, you know, with the American Rescue Plan, those promised participant benefits are now going to be kept. And that is huge. They'll no longer miss mortgage payments or roll the dice on missed life-saving medications.
Yeah, I will never forget Vicki, the woman who I talked to in Duluth, who said to me, Tina, I don't have a plan B. If these pensions are cut that I paid into, I did everything right. And if they're not there, I don't have a plan B. But a lot of times we don't pay enough attention to what this also means for the businesses that also paid in, who did what they had agreed to do through the contracts that they had. Could you just address briefly what this means for those businesses, many of them small family-owned businesses?
Absolutely. You know, in this, the multi-employer funding crisis, there were no bad actors. You know, the contributing employers were giving in what they were supposed to their plans. And many of them saw their competitors potentially leave their multi-employer pension plans, and they were going to be left holding the bag. And one asset of, or one, excuse me, feature of the multi-employer system is that when employers start to leave, there's a chance for something called mass withdrawal, which can result in the employer having to pay exorbitant amounts in order to cover the liabilities of the plan. And so we saw a number of employers who were going to be left with what could be a significant liability for employees across the multi-employer system. And so for the most part, you know, during the process of looking to find a solution for multi-employer pension plans, the employers and the workers and the retirees were together in the importance of finding a solution here.
Just as I spoke with workers who were so concerned about what this was going to mean for their retirement, I spoke to family businesses that were worried about how they were going to be able to pass that business on to the next generation or potentially sell it, because that's how they were going to monetize their life's work, unable to because of this. And I just have a couple seconds left, but was this in any way a bailout of unions?
No, it wasn't. You know, these plans are run by a board of trustees that is made up of union representatives and employers. And that board of trustees is a group of fiduciaries who are then responsible for running the plans.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Kyle. Thank you, Madam Chair.